Now, in the shadow of an imminent defeat, European powers have unveiled their most audacious military initiative since the end of the Second World War. So as Russia tightens its grip on Ukraine's throat, Britain and France are preparing to cross a line that could potentially reshape the continent's security landscape forever. And our next story tells you about the Ukraine peacekeeping plan that the sitting British Prime Minister Keir Starmer will present to the American President Donald Trump. Take a look.
Fortunes have rapidly changed for Ukraine. It is getting badgered not just on the battlefield, but is at risk of being diplomatically isolated as well. Senior Russian and US officials are setting the stage for a summit meeting. Putin appears closer than ever to cementing Moscow's gains of about a fifth of Ukraine's territory and keeping it out of NATO. Stunned by Trump's moves, Europe is working on an ambitious plan. Britain and France are spearheading an initiative to deploy up to 30,000 European troops as peacekeepers in a post-ceasefire Ukraine. The plan, that hinges crucially on American support, emerges as Ukraine faces mounting pressure both on the battlefield and diplomatic fronts. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer plans to present Trump with a detailed proposal during his Washington visit next week. The strategy crucially depends on American air support, with US fighter jets and missiles positioned throughout Eastern Europe, ready to respond to any Russian violations of the armistice. The proposed European force aims to protect key Ukrainian cities, while the Ukrainian troops would be deployed along the current front lines as seen in this map. But for any European troops to be deployed, America must back the security guarantee.
And I'm prepared to consider committing British forces on the ground alongside others if there is a lasting peace agreement. But there must be a US backstop, because a US security guarantee is the only way to effectively deter Russia from attacking Ukraine again.
The Kremlin has made it clear that any plan to send European troops to Ukraine as part of a potential peacekeeping mission would be unacceptable to Russia. It's not just Moscow, there is opposition to the plan within Europe too. Germany has clearly said that it is against deployment of any European boots on Ukraine's soil. There's a massive pushback from other European countries also.
It is simply too early to talk about a specific number of troops because the situation may change as the framework changes. If it is not NATO, or is it NATO, or is it a coalition of goodwill, or is it some other format?
Poland will support Ukraine, as it has up to now, organizationally, financially, in accordance with our means, with humanitarian efforts and military aid. We are not planning to send Polish troops to Ukrainian territory.
Despite the internal divisions in Europe, Britain and France argue this deployment threads the needle between supporting Ukraine and avoiding direct NATO-Russian confrontation. But most importantly, the plan's future hangs only on Trump's approval.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.